o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I've been kind of got started on a project. Today, being the 31st of December, last day of the calendar year, um, I just kind of use it as a time to kind of just be myself. I just kind of go about my day being just my authentic, sovereign self. And so, right now, I've got. I think it's 741 hertz frequency. Where's my clicker? Purest Energy Cleanse, 741 hertz. Remove all negativity, emotional, spiritual detox, healing frequency. And its playlist was exactly 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds. And so I'm like, oh, cool. Well, that's going to be awesome for what we're about to do here. Scoot my table a little closer now that I'm prepared. But yeah, I just want to start doing these lives while I create through my day. And so I encourage people to just come get on, say hello. If you're scrolling, check me out. Come say hi, what up? Share the love and support. I just kind of plan on doing these for a while just because it's like I'm working as a sovereign being today, so I get to do what I want to do. Like that's one of the joys of being sovereign is that you get to work for yourself, you get to be your own boss, you get to be your own just everybody. So I've got to position my charger to make sure that my phone isn't going to die on me. So give me a second situation. We got to figure this out. Like stat, I actually need a good phone mount that allows me to keep my charger attached to my table. I need something. Ooh, right there. Okay. I use my daughter's little stand. So I got this from Sputnik, and it's kind of cool because it's like it's for your business cards really, but it fits a Nintendo Switch Lite really good here. So my daughter likes to watch YouTube, my 4-year-old, on her Switch. And so this allows her to kind of have it propped up to watch her shows on the table, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to switch things over and around here real quick with my camera. Again, I'm just trying to figure things out. This is all like test, trial and error kind of stuff because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not afraid to admit that. So my goal is to take you along with my journey. And so what I do, this is just being my inner child, admitting my faults, Let's see. I do like that. However, I'm going to do this. I'm trying to figure out how I can use this stand properly with my charger cord. So we don't have an issue like yesterday where just tried to figure this out before, but now that I'm filming, I realize, I should probably do it a little differently. Okay. Look at that. Ta-da! Makeshift phone studio in the comfort of my living room couch, right next to my cool tapestry with my fairies and my mushrooms, because I kind of believe that they're real. I was listening the other day to Honey Golden's conversation with Richard of the ETs are coming. They're ready. It's happening. Like this is going to be. It's super exciting to think about because when we can learn to work together with these beings, I really think that all of our lives can be significantly enhanced and quantified on a level that, well, only they can perceive. Honestly, I think it'd be cool to be able to share. I mean, I believe that they've been helping us with our ascension. I believe that they've been helping us along our way, energetically at least, especially with the Three Eye Atlas. Man, let me tell you, viewing the Three Eye Atlas was really, really cool. I went there and had deep meditation, and Like, I just wanted to see what it was, because there were several different narratives depending on where you're looking, and that's where I was just like, huh, like it's been very interesting. See if I can get see how am I going to do this? Let's get my chat open. Chat filter. Messages. Oh, cool. Playables. What the hell is that? Interesting. On my phone. Okay. Sounds good to me. So until I get some traffic, I'm just kind of open conversation. Talking to myself. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm actually talking like energetically and spiritually, because right now through my meditation I'm really connected with this green event terrain, and I'm channeling the energy of whoever's going to get this one. They're going to find it somehow, some way, and it's going to be like, I need this one. And it's interesting when people are attracted to them, what happens, like where they're at in their life, the story that they're on, the journey that they've been traveling. It's quite fascinating to see where all these are placed, because I look at crystals and rocks as like stone beings in a metaphysical sense, that energetically they carry consciousness, and it's interesting what's stored in them. Some of them, like those crazy crystal skulls that like Richard has, I forget the name of his, but very fascinating when he's using that one in his videos. And if you haven't seen any of Richard Cardinal's stuff on YouTube, definitely worth a gander. He's a very unique individual. Dragon energy. Super cool. Super happy. Like this guy, Richard, man. At first, it was because, I'm American. We're a little, our culture's a little different than where he's from. I'll just start with that. But it's kind of like, for me, just because I'm very chill, passive, I have my own way of life. I also kind of like, cowboy westernish to some degree. Richard is just a different kind of being, and he's so like lovely and amazing. So if he's saying this, like, Richard, hello, nice to meet you. I love the work that you do with your crystals. It's super cute. And kind of in a way you've inspired me to get going on some tarot. So I picked up a Divine Masculine Healing Oracle Tarot because I'm curious about it. And it's kind of funny that in conversation it's come up that I should start doing it more. And so for myself, I just found one that kind of weird how it was attracted to me. But I've been starting to do my own personal readings on what I'm going through, because, yeah, I'm in a crazy journey right now. And I'm so happy to be a part of it, because we're in a time where we get to create our reality, we get to create our world. And while we're shedding off the old shadows of things, things are just going to come up. And so in my experience, I knew someday it would come down to it where I needed to establish an actual legit custody arrangement, which, in my opinion, I feel like I'm a very reasonable kind of person. If we openly talk about things and discuss things and respect one another, and we find a middle ground, like, I feel like we can come to an agreement just verbally with anything. Like, I would prefer peace in all things. That's kind of like the Ferdinand Taurus that's in me. I kind of identify my Taurus as Ferdinand. And if you know anything about the story of that. But what we're working on here is I got a weave going on. Yeah, just a little weave going off. Yep. And what's going to happen is that this is going to kind of sit kind of like that across the top. This is the back of what I'm going to be making. So I'm making my weaves here. They're going to wrap around and kind of help hold and attach this. So bear with me. If anyone is plugged in, is kind of checking things out, say hello. Go ahead and throw it in the chat. The concept for this that I'm doing with these is just open chat, because there is something mystical that happens when I'm weaving. And working with the wires, they help generate flow, they maintain my focus. And what happens is before I get started any of my crafts, I do a meditation to clear my energies so I can create something for somebody. So when I'm making my own creations that are custom, I'm channeling into some frequency that this is attached to, like this is going somewhere. I have no idea. And so I have to do a meditation to get my third eye active, so that I can channel in on a frequency of where this is going to go. And it's kind of cool to see what happens of it. So today I'm kind of just feeling like love, compassion, being centered, being youthful, like being my inner child, and just taking my time, relaxing. I've been going through some real heavy emotions and cleansing and purging, and it's boy, it's hard. It's hard getting real with yourself. I'll tell you what. But it's what's unfolded with my custody situation is very cruel. It doesn't need to happen this way. That's why I was saying I feel like I'm pretty reasonable. But nonetheless, it has to happen. And what's going to happen in all of this, as it appears, is that I'm going to bring forth a lot of truth, and there's going to be a lot of healing that's going to happen when the light is shined on all of these truths. So, and I have to do it to protect me. Like really, what's being said about me, the direction of being pulled, that I'm detecting that this mother doesn't want me to be a part of my child's life anymore. And I really think it's just because she's triggered by me somehow, which just kind of edifies, you got to work on your stuff. So this year, coming into this year, if you got anything that's holding you back from succeeding and excelling in for 2026, now's the time to let it go. Make a pact with yourself. I am done with this. Whatever's holding you back, just go and address it. Get real with yourself. You owe it to yourself to heal yourself, like truly. The damage that you've been going through in your life, the damage that you've had to endure and suffer through, it's time to be done with that. And it's all based on what you decide to do right now. Like, that's the truth behind it. What are you going to do right now? Because we get to create our realities. We get to create our world. And yeah, I'm being challenged to maintain my positivity. That's a hard one. I didn't realize how taxing it is. And maybe the lesson that's going to be learned is, as I practice and work more with crystal healing, like actual, holistic healer, I have to learn how to transmute their, whoever's negative energy it is. I have to learn how to transmute that so that I don't hold on to it or absorb it. Because I'm just, as an energy worker, you're just getting the energy to start flowing. That's how I'm understanding it. Boy, this flower of life for this frequency one is just so beautiful. It's gold and white, shimmering. It's lotus flower. Yeah. I see a lot of lotus flowers when I go deep into meditations. A lot of lotus. So I get a section of weave going on. Got to cover my eyes. Focus in on it. Anyway, I need to figure this out so I can get a zoomed in view, HD, so you can see what I'm seeing. But what happens when you're weaving is not all the time they're going to be, butt up against each other. So to make your weaves look consistent, you got to like slide it down and press them in. And sometimes it helps bend them depending on the patterns that you're doing to give it a different texture or look, or like a zigzag feel too. So it just depends on how you do it. You don't want it too tight though, because when you're bending, you can actually snap this little thin wire. So I kind of just have to, so I'm pulling it apart so there's a bit of a gap in between there. And the gap that I do is basically like a double, whatever, I don't know, double 26 gauge. What would that be? Cut that in half. Oh shoot, my pattern backwards. Oh no. Did see someone popped in here. Should have said hello. I'm not really worried about the traffic at this time. I'm just trying to get a feel for what time works best for people and just kind of come in. You know, I'm gathering the evening will probably be the best time for people to interact, which at this point I don't mind offering that, but it will come to a point like when I get to hold my daughter again. It'll get to a point where I have to kind of schedule it. The evening ones to have an interactive session. So we'll see what happens. It just depends on the traffic, and I'll adjust as I go. But I'm just kind of doing things that I enjoy doing, experimenting with these lives, because I don't know, this is like my official third one. Hey, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Like, this is you get to see me craft and create what I do with my jewelry, my crystal healing, and I share wisdom. This place is all about love, so please be respectful to that. It's about the love, the kindness, and helping one another out. But I love talking Roxx. If you have any cool stories with Roxx, share them in the chats. Moonwalker here. I'm doing good. Nice of you to join. Thank you. I'm grateful and I'm blessed. Today, since you just jumped on, I'll show you. I'm kind of feeling, we're going into the new year, so the 31st. But what I'm working with today is green aventurine, and this is like a Taurus donut. And I love these because the way the energy flows in these is they kind of flow out like a Taurus, so they come in and out. I don't know why no one's talking, but it's okay. They just like to listen or watch or whatever. So I like these because when they're put to your heart is the energy source, and so when you put it right next to it, like helps create this Taurus field in your auric energy field. So I like working with them. Today, coming into the new year, I'm feeling an energy of just being in love, being present, using that heart energy, enjoying my inner child. I've taken a real slow morning. I did a couple of social media posts. I did a tube video earlier with my coffee and Roxx. Just kind of, talking to my business. That's really what it is, because I'm all about the healing and the love and helping one another. And I'm just sharing my knowledge. So this is what we got here. And so what I'm working on is I'm making the base. So as you can see here with my wires, this will be the backing to it. We're going to attach these wires to this to kind of show you how I'm making a pendant medallion. Oh, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, all these lives will just be in my live sections. And I just thanks for coming in and saying hello. I'll probably be here a couple hours, so it's totally cool if you leave at any point. It's just an open chat. Greetings to me. Thank you. This is Anwar from Morocco. It's an honor. Yeah, it's an honor to meet you too. From Morocco, huh? Wow, I'm from little Hobunk, Idaho, USA, in a little town called Pocatello. Glad you made it on here. Yeah, yeah. And if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like. I love talking my rocks. I like sharing my philosophy and understanding of things. But more importantly, I believe that sharing my experiences in the way that I use my words helps people find inspiration within themselves to go after it, whatever they're going through. Kind of a little background to me: I'm a single parent. I got two girls, a teenager and a toddler. And coming into the new year, I'm kind of faced with a custody situation with my little one. So right now, I don't get to be around my little one coming into this year. Apparently, I'm not worthy of being in her presence. So this journey that will be on my YouTube will kind of like document my healing journey, what I'm doing to overcome this, because it's real heavy. The wounds are deep. So I hope to inspire others. So I appreciate the people that come in and listen. From South Africa. Oh, that's way cool. I don't know what that means either. I don't keep up on the social media as much, other than like the channelers and the clairvoyants, the truth sayers. That's about what I keep up on. Moonwalker. That's cool, from South Africa. Cool. So I got someone from Morocco and someone from South Africa tuning in. That's way cool. I didn't realize the power of this. Like, this is all new to me. I just started doing this a few months ago. Because my boy, Tommy Truthful, he's like my brother. I feel like Tommy Truthful from his Truth Mafia TV. If you haven't done it, subscribe to his page. But he speaks my language, but he does like numerology and decoding and the symbology of things. And it's fascinating what his channel puts out about the synchronicities and the correlations and connections to all things. Like, he's piecing together the spider web of lies and corruption about all things. It's pretty wild, especially through movies. When they do movie decodes, super cool. Yeah. Yeah, things will be better. Oh yeah, definitely. So what are we doing right now to fix this? Like, there's so much chaos going on. So what are we ourselves doing to not be the chaos? Like, that's what I talk on my page is I'm sharing how I'm doing this because I see the world beautiful. I see it amazing, and people are so kind and awesome, and they got heart. I see that in people, and so I try to bring that out in them and empower them that they too are divine, powerful beings. Yeah, exactly. It's like friendships. That's why I'm like, I just kind of want to do these live chats to just share good vibes. Like, that's really what it is. Because in my little town here, let me tell you, I try talking to all my neighbors, and they all behave like NPCs, so non-player characters. It's like they see me approach with my beautiful husky, and they like walk around me. They're like, go away. And that's okay. Like, I'm not here to try to force anything on anybody, but really community is where it's at. And it's interesting how the web has brought together community. I'm learning all of this now. Like, this is crazy. But I feel like I'm meeting more and more of my soul family, people that I've known for as long as my soul has been around. It's pretty wild. Am I Amish? No, I actually was born and raised and grew up in the state capital of LDS religion. So that's kind of my root background growing up. Was I grew up LDS, and a lot of things didn't make sense to me as a kid, and a lot of questions that I had growing up never were answered, and I had to look outside the construct of an organization to find the answers to how I was perceiving or understanding things. And I just came to my own truths and awarenesses and my own experiences. Like, there's a lot of great things with those kind of organizations, like the fellowshipping, the friendships, the companionship. Like, there's some great aspects to it. A lot of the values that were taught about family and loving yourself, like, there's a lot that I learned through that I still embody today. So there are good things about it. It's just the organization of control is where I'm trying to break free from. Because my truth is that I believe we are divine souls, we are divine beings, and we're meant to be sovereign here. And it's talked about in some of these holy books. We don't need to pay anybody to live here. We can all work together. We can all live in harmony. And I think that's the direction this world is going. So we align with people that have good, loving intentions. The system doesn't, it's kind of toxic. It keeps you trapped. Keeps you feeling small and little. So we're doing this one. So I think I did a little too much here, but we're gonna snip off some wire here. Leave enough to adjust if needed. But I gotta start on the other side. So after I get these weaves done, then all of this is gonna get stitched together. Yeah, I'm not Amish, but I do. So it's interesting you say am I Amish, but homesteading, that homesteading way of the Amish way, um, I'm really attracted to that. So I do. That's the direction I want to go. But I'm also I have a pretty long history of being a chef, and so I have a lot of experience in the world of culinary. And one of the things that I really excelled at was cheesecakes. So cheesecakes have just and like I've done weddings with them. I love them, and I make mine completely from scratch. He's just playing with a stray cat. Yeah, that's funny. My girls would have done the same thing. Dad, can we keep it? Oh, so funny. Kids, and that's the secret to life right there. In embodying your inner child. Like we all should be treating stray animals like a child would. Oh, it looks like they're hungry. We should probably get them some food. Like regardless of whose cat it is, doesn't matter. It's just this. We need to give more love to see more love in this world. So what are we doing ourselves? So it's just, yeah, children. Oh man, my 4-year-old, she's my greatest teacher. She's really taught me how to be happy and present and in the moment always. Like Christ said in the Bible, even that, you want to enter the kingdom of heaven, you need to be likened unto a child. And children have softened hearts. It isn't until their experiences in life that mold them have become hardened. Even the story of Anubis being the juror of where your soul goes after death. Is your heart heavy? Yes, then you're going to the underworld. If your soul is light like an angel, you'll go up to heaven. So it's likened unto a child. So we can learn a lot from our children. That's why it's hard for me to see cruelty given and dished and shown to children. So, and I'm just a single parent, and I love my girls. I love my children. I'm so grateful to be their father in their incarnation here. It's just, I'm grateful for all of this experience. I mean, it's heavy, it's hard, but we incarnated here for the full immersive experience of living here. And so we have to find peace in all of it. So me, I'm using my frustrations with it, and I'm focusing on my inner love, and I'm putting that energy, that fire that it was erupted, my Papa Bear mode, and I'm bringing beauty into this world. I'm choosing to use my frustration, anger as a silver lining method to create something beautiful and loving and powerful. Like, I believe that these crystals do what they do. And I think right now, what I'm creating, there's some fire behind them. It's going to be cool. I'm excited to see the reviews that come from the creations I make for this year. Behold, Fluffy the cat who's going to live with us. Take him to the vet. Yeah, agreed. Get things checked out. Make sure his health is okay. Definitely. I don't know how you feel about spade and neutering, but I think in the city life, I think it's kind of helpful. I don't like to harm animals, but it is what it is. We can help, prevent their suffering. Because, so I've come to find that animals that procreate multiple babies at once, I've come to believe that is that animal's bloodline, knowing that at least one of them has to survive for their species to thrive and continue on. So I think that they understand that some of them might perish along the way, eaten, run over, hit by a car, wherever the situation is. But I think that they procreate that amount of animals because there will be a loss, but it's a way for them to preserve theirs. Whereas we're very emotional and energetically attached creatures of connection. And you'll see this in the mammal kingdom a lot. They'll have one baby and they spend their life raising this baby to carry on the bloodline. So you see the similar behaviors with humans and like your bulls and your cows and your just the ones that have single babies. Oh, cool! Thank you. Getting some likes here. Thank you guys. But anyway, it's interesting how everything is so interconnected. The cycle of life, the creation story, like it's all parallel. The shapes of things are similar to other shapes and things. Just amazing. But I appreciate you guys tuning in for a little minute, saying hello. Today, I'm just going to enter this new year with just peace in my heart, my love for my children radiant and on fire. That's what I want to bring into this world. And so I'm just going to focus on that. The separation's great because it allows me to miss something. So I can't take something for granted. So I think that's kind of one of the lessons I'll be learning through this, is how not to take what's present right now for granted. Because let me tell you, my child, when she's with me, she tells me she loves me like 105 times a day. Dad, I love you. Taking the cat for a swim. That's cool. I hear a lot of cats love that. Children. Oh, that's so funny. Kids, I don't think they understand sometimes. It's so funny. But we have to correct that. If the cat is feeling like their life is in danger, stop. That's so funny. Okay, so those of you that are still tuning in, basically we're just making a bail for this green aventurine. I'm just making my weave to match this one because it's going to wrap around and hold this together. And then I'll be weaving doing a bail. But I think I'm going to do it a little differently. We'll see when I get there. I don't really have a plan when I create these. That's why I like doing this. So just go with the flow. One of my mentors, his name is Brother Jimmy Schwinn. He's from Step Into Your Power community. One of his sayings they say all the time is let it go with the flow and let it go. Which is so true, because if you think about the physics of how a boat moves itself through the water, the boat isn't moving the water, rather the water is flowing around the boat. It's kind of an interesting concept, but that's how a boat moves in the water. It's not pushing the water is flowing around the boat. Go with the flow and let it go. If you can't control it right now, forget about it. Hakuna Matata. You can't do anything about it now. Hakuna Matata. I should watch that Lion King. That's another one my little 4-year-old loves. Yeah, I miss my little girl a lot, so I try to watch movies and relish those memories because it is about the love. She's so special to me, and she'll never be forgotten. She will be remembered. Back out of the pool. Oh my gosh, poor cat. I hope the cat's okay. Like, seriously, children. I was just talking about. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I don't expect anyone to stay long ever, but I just kind of share my thoughts and engage in the conversation while I'm crafting. So if you just started, this is what I'm creating here. I'm working with green aventurine. Oh, cool, Stacy. Okay, cool. Well, I like that I'm getting a good response with my lives. I'm just trying to establish a good time frame. So I live in Mountain Standard Time, so everything that I'll do is based off of that. So whatever time it is for you guys, this is 2 p.m. here where I'm at. But if I'm working on a big project, like say these really big woven ones, I'll have a head start before I get started because I like people to watch how all of this long, grueling, tedious work. It requires lots of focus and concentration, especially with your counts and your patterns. I like to also show people a finished product while I'm with them. They're spending time with me. I want to show them what happens when they're finished. So thank you. I really appreciate that, Stacy. You're awesome. Much blessings to you. The idea of doing this came to me in a dream, by the way. I was just like, well, okay, I can see how that works. Let's give it a try. So this is my third live I've ever done. I'm still trying to figure out how it all works. Yesterday I learned that my phone can only stream alive for so long before the battery dies. So today I have it on a charger and it started with a full charge. So we'll see how well the quality is. But what I found is that the forward camera on my phone streams a better video feed than my laptop, my MacBook. So until I can get a cool studio, this is how it'll be. My backdrop's in my living room. I love it. But my living room's comfortable. I have my Roxx shrine over here, so the energy in here is just like this amazing bubble of just really positive energies that's balanced and harmonized. And Brownie. I love the name of your cat, Brownie. And then Fluffy. I'm imagining it's a very fluffy cat. 3 birds named Pancake, Waffle, and Flower. Oh man, are those the kids' names? Because those are clever. I like it. Pancake, Waffle, and Flower. So I've been playing Pokemon with like Let's Go Pikachu with my little one, and so when she catches a Pokemon, she likes to give them nicknames, and some of the names she comes up with, it's so funny. I can't name any right now because it's been so minute, but yeah, kids and their names, it's so funny. She named a bird Fox, like that's my dog, and it's a bird, just kind of funny. And it looks nothing like Fox. My dog is white, and the bird was like rainbow colored. It's so funny. Peridot, I think it was what it was. Waffle and Flower. Oh. Well, I don't know. I've come across some really, really unique. Oh, hey, happy birthday, Will Coovey. I'm not going to sing for you because I'm not in the mood to sing today, but happy birthday. Like, how many years have you experienced this life? That's right. When we say we're old, we are attracting that to ourselves. So I now say, how many years have you experienced it? Alrighty, cool. You've experienced this life 16 years. Shit, I remember when I was 16, just got my driver's license. My first car I had was an SS Chevy Camaro, 1994. Yeah, 94. It was black, obnoxiously loud, and had a really bad oil leak. But what high school kid's car that they paid for it themselves didn't have something along the line? Oh, thanks for doing the song for me, Moonwalker. Thank you. Like every time I have to sing a birthday song for somebody, all of a sudden, like this Marilyn Monroe, like happy birthday, and then like doing this. Oh, that's what comes out of me, my inner child. To you, Mr. President. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, my 16, that was a good year. High school year, senior year. Had a really cool car. That was the first year I went on a school dance. And that was awkward, I'll tell you what. Never went to a dance again. I promise you that. I've experienced this life 37 years, going on 38 in May. So I've been and let me tell you, I feel like I've lived this world like 65 years. Some of the stories I've been through. I think a lot of these powerful, like first player character Neo types, that just kind of like see through the deceptions of things. It's just, I feel like we go through a lot of experience in this life to obtain the wisdom we need for right here, right now. Because what's happening right now, it makes sense why I've had to endure and suffer and experience what I have, because I'm going to be able to remember this going forward, and I'm going to teach this wisdom to my own posterity. And now that I'm building my YouTube, anyone that follows me, like, I'm not, I'm not out here trying to get fame and glory. I'm not into that. I like doing this, creating. This is my passion. This whole new internet thing and putting myself out there, this is new, but I get such a good response. Oh, yeah, GTR. What year? Is it a third gen, the MK3? I Oh, cool. Yeah, I drove one of those GTRs the very year that they came out, and that was such a cool machine. Uh, oh, it was just powerful. Holy cow. Why do I look like I'm 40? It's probably because my facial hair. If I shaved all this off and got a big old haircut, because we got like dreads going on here. That's why I look so old, and I'm chubby too, because who trusts a skinny chef, But no, I'm actually going on this like healing journey. I'm learning. So I was a boxer once upon a time, like doing the boxing training, doing whatever. Like not a official boxer. I never actually fought anybody, but I trained into boxing, and a lot of it was just to learn how to do self control. And I learned a lot from Lenny Woodall out of England. He taught a lot of things about how to be a respectable man, how to respect myself. Am I a hippie? I guess you can say I'm hippie. I mean, I'm a chef. I'm an artisan crafter. I like creating things. But I mean, I like anime. I mean, I like shows. I like conspiracy stuff. I like cars. I had a 64 Chevy that was my thing. Lowrider. Lime green wheels, baby moons. It sat, maybe 6 inches from there. Hey, Happy New Year. That's why we're here creating this. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't trimmed this back in a couple days. My facial hair grows really thick. All of my hair does. I just like the arts and the colors and the beauty in all things. I like sharing love and kindness to others. Like even music's a big one for me. I'm really big into the reggae stuff. But I mean, I grew up on hip hop and rock and metal and all those crazy things. I went through my phases, and so there's a lot of good bands. It's kind of cool seeing my 16-year-old's friends and her jam out to music I jammed out to in high school. I'm just like, what? And they're like, this is classic. And I'm like, what? And it's making me feel so not young. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But like, they like the Gorillas. The Gorillas is still one of my faves. Demon Days is probably my favorite album from them. Oh, thank you for all the hearts and the likes. But yeah, I think a little bit more. We're almost there. And then I gotta start putting all this together. Yeah, I like Atmosphere is one of my favorite rappers. If you haven't heard of him, Atmosphere. Sunshine was the first song I ever heard from him. I still to this day love that song. There ain't no way to explain or say how painful the hangover was today. In front of the knees, or in front of the toilet, hands and knees, trying to breathe in between the dry heaves. My baby made me some coffee, afraid that if I drink some, it's probably coming right back out me. Couple of Advil, relax and chill, had to stand still with how bad I feel. Yeah, I love that song. What is the meme reset? I don't know either. But yeah, so I like all things. I like RC cars, like remote control cars. I want to start playing around with those more. I want to get into the homesteading thing. Mostly I just want to work for myself and be myself. So like I was saying with a chef, I want to do my cheesecakes. So I want to create a cheesecake line that I can sell frozen. and have them shipped, wherever. I probably do start in the States for now, but what you'll get is like a dry ice packaged mailer with like mix and match cupcakes. So I want a homestead because I want to grow my own produce. I want to make my own honey. Something about making honeys to help heal this earth, the bees, that's what keeps coming to me. That's what I'm trying to bring into it. But as a chef, I want prime ingredients, and I think it'd be really cool to make my cheesecakes from what my homestead is cultivating. So that's kind of what I want to go, just to kind of contribute to this earth. Like, if we want to break free from the constructs of control that leave us enslaved and trapped, we got to start doing it ourselves. So this is how I'm doing it. And people love their cheesecake. I'll tell you that right now. So, but why not have little, mix and match? You can buy, half dozen packages. You can buy a dozen packages. I don't know, $20. Mix and match whatever I made that month, whatever's in season. That's the thing, is I like to do it with the seasons to ensure the quality. I definitely look forward to that. So there's a lot that I want to do, but all of this brings me happiness. So that's why I choose to do all of these things. But we are now done. We are at the point now where we can take this and add it to this. So now you get to see the fun part come out. Moon dance on you. Cool. Let's do it. I'm all about that. I've been seeing fairies lately in my complex, which is really crazy. They're about this big. They look like moths, but not moths, not even in the slightest. And they're white. They're white. So I like my copper bottle. I talk rant rave about copper all the time. Now that I understand what it does for the body, what it does for the energy in your home, what it does for everything around, it's amazing the benefits of copper. For my water bottle, it alkalizes your water. So if it's slightly acidic, like say you get it from a filtered tap water, which I do, it helps neutralize it to where it's a neutral pH. Great news, don't forget me. Oh yeah, definitely. Sorry, Moonwalker, I didn't read that first one. But yeah, let's go dance, let's go party it up. My New Year's gonna be in a few hours. It's now, I don't know, almost 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Is it poison? You got poison now? This jar? This is my copper water bottle. Yeah. But yeah, let's party it up. Live merry. Go into this new year being happy, brother or sister. I don't. Moonwalker could be both, either way. But go and enjoy it with your kids. Have fun. Like, make the best of it. So thanks for coming in and chatting in on here with me. But now we're gonna put it together. So come back to the recording later. We're at 50 minutes approximately, and right there is where we'll be doing this. So tune in next time. Thanks for saying hello. Enjoy your new year. Okay. Clear my throat for the next waves of peoples. I got some Moline here. This vape. It's like an herbal diffuser. Moline. Trying to cleanse my lungs. Been a nicotine vapor, so I'm trying to crack that habit. I didn't realize how addicting it is until I stopped doing it. I'm just like, oh, this makes me feel like shit. I don't want to do it anymore. Like the way I feel without it, I'm just like, I don't need that anymore. Listening to my body. Okay, so I got my rollers here. So this is going to go into here. We're just going to shape it. Bring it through here. Okay. Take this one. Shape it into here. Oh, hey, Sylvia. Welcome to my live. So I'm working on this green event terrain. I just finished most of my weaving. Apparently, I measured it a little too short. That's okay. Everything's like free flow. I kind of like to do my art like Bob Ross. Like, there's only happy accidents. What I'm working on today, though, is my green event terrain. It's the energy of the new year. I'm just feeling like just being full of love, happiness. Like, sure, my year got really heavy, but I just want to start the new year being just me. So what's playing in the background is my it's called Purest Energy Cleanse, 741 Hertz. Remove all negativity, emotional, spiritual detox, healing frequency. That's what I'm listening to, and it's got a white lotus flower with 8, an octagon shape. That's what's playing. It's right off of YouTube from Inner Lotus Music. That's the channel. Yep. So once I get this tightened around here, I'll show you what I've been working on, where I'm at. It's just about done. I just had a really good conversation with somebody that was from Morocco and somebody that was from South Africa. Thought that was really cool. So it'll definitely be in the replay for later. Oh, if it doesn't end. Oh, cool. Yeah, there is. Yeah, so he's just not going to be paying attention. I understand. Yeah, that's way cool. But anyway, I didn't realize the reach, and I didn't advertise anything, and the reach is pretty crazy. The power of this, I had no idea. So I was made aware of the power of this platform now because of this live. And it was just a dream I had, it was like, just do it. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. What do I gotta lose, I'm just experimenting. Yeah, Moonwalker's still here. He's gonna probably enjoy his New Year's with me. Yeah, still there. Okay. Alright. So this is where we're at. I'll show you guys there. Oh man, slipped on a dog turd. Dude, I have done that so many times because I go out here in the apartment complex barefoot because I like to ground myself, and it'll be at nighttime and I'll step into some random dog's turd in the middle of the grass and like eat it. I've even worn it, and what's even worse is my dog likes to roll in it. But shout out to your dad, 93, and you're still surviving from that. Holy crap, you got a hernia from it even. Oh, Clark, I love you, man. I love you, bro. So I was born in 88, so 93, I probably would have been, 5 years old? Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So I'll have a viewer always. But it will be recorded, just so you know. We can always revisit for later, kind of like a DVR after it processes. So what I'm working on here is green event terrain. So I'm just kind of feeling like being my inner child today. Cut this too short. So now I have to do this all difficult like. Earned, not okay. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, earned, not burned. I was like, cool. I guess I earned and burned it. I do make fun of myself a lot. But yeah, shout out to Clark. That's so cool. And Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. Man, I am the dummy that decided to cut this too short. We don't make a plan, so we just kind of go with it. Bend the shit out of that. Okay, perfect. Happy New Year from Houston. Cool. We got someone from Houston with us. And we got the guy channeled in from South Africa. We had someone here earlier from Morocco. Sylvia, I believe you're in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. So that's what I'm doing. This live one is just going into the new year, just going out with a bang, doing what I love doing. And clearly it's talking today. I like talking today. My thread's getting too low, too short for my fingers. Can't grab onto it anymore. I'm almost there. I have just enough. I just don't want to start a new thread, is all. Yeah, we're gonna have to just start a new thread. Oops. Sweet. I don't blame you, brother. By the Moonwalker. Okay. So I'm just going to continue my weave and hope that it comes together the way I need it to. That's okay. I should give myself more wire space. Oh no. Yeah. So I'm not a very jumpy person, but it's hilarious watching people jump and do stuff like that. So I'm sorry for your misfortune, but it's still something I would laugh about. And I mean, I've done it before too. I mean, it is what it is. So funny. Yay! We are almost done with this weave. And you guys are welcome to chat, open chat. That's what the concept is to interact with my followers. I just enjoy doing what I do. I like creating, so I figure why not? If people are home bored, we can sit and see what I create. That's cool with me. So I'm experimenting with this. So I'm gonna. Oops. Take that one out. Perfect. Okay. Take that and crank that down. So I have to lay down those little burrs so they don't catch on people's clothing. Because when you're dealing with wires and you got really delicate fabrics, it can shred it. If felt bad for this lady with her bracelet. It got caught on her scarf and like mangled her bracelet. Oh, so I felt so bad. So I redesigned it with more smoother edges, more contained, less filigree. Loves it. And she was glad I went from the copper to the silver when I did it. It's my Hypersthene one in my YouTube reels. It's a silver bracelet with a black and silver colored stone. I did post the one that I made last night, by the way, Sylvia, if you haven't seen it. Oh, hey, Angela. Hi again. Welcome back. How's it going, Danza Shadow? Glad you're here. Love your little kitty avatar. This is what we're working on today. Today I'm just feeling love, compassion, being my inner child, and I'm working with green eventering. I'm feeling an energy from something in the divine that I'm connected to. I did a meditation with it when in my third eye. Whoever's going to claim this one, when I get it to my store, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm not sure who will, but I'll definitely post it up once it's on my store. But yeah, today going into the new year, it's been real heavy energetically for me. Where did I purchase my wire? So I was getting it from a company called Monster Slayer, and they just shut down their business. So I think I'll probably be getting it from Rio Grande because they have good high quality product. And their prices are generally a little bit higher than others, but the quality of their product, for me with the metaphysical energy work that I do, I like the purity of what they're working with. So Rio Grande is probably where I'm going to be getting my next batch this spring, because I want to get some bronze. I want to start working with bronze more. And I need to get more silver, sterling silver and copper. This one? Or are we looking on this one? The one I'm working on. So this is the one I'm working on. I can take off my necklace. This is green aventurine. I'm just working with copper. Energetically, I like the way the copper works with the green aventurine. But my necklace, this is my Lionsgate talisman. I keep saying I'm gonna do a video, but I like creating, so I don't really do anything. But this is a Lionsgate talisman, so you can see the cobalt blue sheen in it. What I have up here is a Herkimer diamond, which is basically a double terminated quartz crystal. Very high quality, very pure and smooth there. And then the one down below here, this is the moldavite. And when I first made this and I put it on, like my whole body started shaking and humming and vibrating. It was just weird. Cat just got jump scared. So, and then I made this really cool chain link necklace. So this is it's called a Byzantine chain link, and it's like a rope but with metal. So I'll just kind of show you. It kind of goes down, and it's cool. It's flows like a rope. So I do a lot of these, but these are upon request only because they're custom. They are very time consuming. And whereas I'm just starting my business out the way I am, I'm working to invest into just all the metal I need to just make these in bulk, because I want to do bracelets with them. I want to do more steampunk style. I think it's kind of cool. Get into Renaissance type stuff, so Ren Fair type stuff. I love what I do with these crystals, and my style is so unique. Very masculine. That's the thing, is I'm trying to fuse both masculine and feminine energies with what I do. So I create all of them. But it's my Lionsgate talisman. I completed it on August 8th, and that was the Lionsgate portal we had this year, and it was pretty powerful. A part of my soul is attached to this when I was in the astral with it. It's pretty cool. So what that means is that if someone were to steal it and wear it, they're probably going to start feeling sick. Because it's attuned to my energy frequency, my body's frequency. So it vibrates for me. So if someone else were to put that on and they're not on my level, Might make him feel sick. Chain Helms link. Okay. You can share it on there in the comments. I can review it for later. Chain. Welcome back. Yeah. And thanks, Sylvia. I think I'm fun to talk to. I do enjoy talking. It's one of my gifts that I've come to develop. And a lot of it was just from my chefing career. So my chefing career, when I was doing it, it taught me a lot of things about myself. Showed me things that I am capable of that I would have never really tapped into in any other way. Oh yeah, from Canada. Cool, another one. Cool. Thanks, Danza. So. Actually, it's probably loud. 22. Oh man, I've been seeing 22 so much today. Synchronicity of 2 2s. 1 2 2. 12 22 2 2 2. So many 2s today. My angel number is 22 also. It's kind of interesting. Moonwalker's going to sleep, enjoying his new year. It's alrighty, brother. I'll soothe you to sleep with my voice. I'll serenade you to sleep. I'm only teasing. Because they said that they stay plugged in the whole life, so they're probably gonna fall asleep to me. That's cool. From South Africa. Shout out to Moonwalker is here. Moonwalker. That's an interesting name. You should share the story of what inspired that name. It sounds really cool. I did this to myself again. Too short of a thread. Yeah, screw this. We're going to speed this up. Should just cut it short for the beginning. Okay. Cool. Danza Shadows. We're going to cut that one off. Set this one down. Bye. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's what we got. Okay. So that's where I need it there, so we can click that one. And then we can start a new thread. Okay. I'd like to get another spool that I can thread from so I can do both sides at the same time without having to cut and snip. I'd like to get another spool of copper thread. Okay, we are cranking along. So what are you guys' plans for New Year's? You guys doing any affirmations, any rituals, any candle work, any crystal baths? You guys doing anything crazy to get ready for the new year based on this calendar? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, there are a few people that I follow that do the chain linking though. But I did a Byzantine chain link with bronze, and I want to do more chain linking with bronze. I love the way the chain linking with bronze looks, and it's super durable. Like I was amazed at how stiff it was compared to copper, because bronze is basically forged and smelted with copper and tin, so it makes bronze, which is interesting because when Yeshua walked this earth, his uncle had the largest tin mine operation in the world, and he was selling to all the copper mines in the Bronze Age. All right, Danza, see you later, man. Have a good New Year. Happy New Year. I'll have the replay up. Don't worry about that. It says we are not telling life, which is sad. Yeah, it's right. They withheld a lot of knowledge that we should have known. My indication. Yeah, yeah. Bronze is wonderful. Stainless. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I worked with stainless steel before. It's an interesting metal. I did a lot of sheet metal with stainless, by the way. Um, I just energetically, bronze is better. It's better for your body in a lot of ways, so that's why I want to work with it, because it uses the element of copper. But it's like armor. That's, there was bronze armor, like Roman armor that was made with bronze that was like really like steel hard. It's pretty interesting. Bronze. So I want to work with some more chain linking with that. So I want to buy a whole bunch of different gauged bronze and just like make jump rings with it. Just do millions of them. If I could get some bronze and just buy like 4 ounces of it and just make 4 ounces of chain link, I'm going to create some really cool stuff with bronze. But I don't want to work with it with my hands because bronze it's very stiff. Now I'm sure I can get like dead soft quality, but I want that purity of it. And bronze, the purity of bronze is really stiff. Same with your sterling silvers. So the purity of sterling silver I work with is 0.998, which is like your fine sterling silver quality. That's what I work with. And energetically, it's absolutely amazing. That's why I use it. But nowadays, silver is just going way up. I can't believe the cost of gold. It's like over $4,000 an ounce. Are you kidding me? And more of it's being found. Like they're uncovering like these vaults of gold. They're uncovering like I plug into so many things that pop up, but there's so many people that are pulling gold out of water all over the world. It's just appearing. And we're told there's not enough, and yet it's $4,000 an ounce. It's so curious. Why so much? Unless there's something powerful for the body that gold does for us. That's what I'm thinking. Lord of the Ring in Canada. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that movie. I feel like that movie was disclosure to Middle Earth, Inner Earth, whatever you want to call. They called it Middle Earth in the Lord of the Rings series. But I think it was a disclosure to an actual real existing timeline. Just too many synchronicities in that series, let me tell you. Even the Hobbit series. And yes, I read the books. Read them way back in like junior high school. Those big books. And then like Harry Potter I started reading, but it was like The Goblet of Fire is the last one I actually read because I got into Lord of the Rings. That resonated more with me. Dragons and mages and sorcerers and magic, elves, dwarves. See you later. Have a good New Year. Perfect. Finally, a few more loops. We are almost there. Should have measured this out better. Maybe I will learn to measure things. Even as a chef, I didn't really measure anything. I would have to like think about how much I didn't measure and be like, it's close to this. How much salt put in there? I don't know, quarter teaspoon. I'm always wrong. Perfecto. Okay, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna curl it a little bit so it kind of flows a little better, and then we're gonna cinch it down. Oh, perfect. Oh, thanks, Angela. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, the green in this green event terrain really like jumped out at me. I was just like, I have to buy it. And the person I got it from, she's trying to retire and get out of the rock business, but her and her husband kind of built a successful beading business where they just bought and sold specimens and fossils and expeditions and made and resold lots of beads. But they didn't update any of their prices. So the pricing I'm getting for some of the things I buy from them were from like a decade ago. What is my favorite crystal besides my lion? So my lion is labradorite, and I do love labradorite, but it's not my favorite. I originally had made this for someone else, but when it attached to my astral body in the astral, it became mine. But my favorite, because I'm a Taurus, my birthstone is emerald, but my favorite is malachite. I love the color of malachite, all the varying shades of greens in it, the circular plumes, the it's so energetically on a metaphysical. Malachite's like a negative energy sponge, if you will, so it like absorbs it. And then when you put it in the sun, it like discharges it. So like a sponge, when it dries out, it like shrivels up, and then it purges everything that's stored in it. Like the water, saying your energy is like water because water's consciousness. But I just the coloring of it, the something about it. Like I want to go to Russia and see in the Kremlin that room that is just malachite. I want to walk into a room of just pure malachite. Um, when I design my dream home, I would love to get my hands on some malachite tiles to put accent tiles in, like a kitchen or something. Like actual malachite slab. It's hell of expensive, but I love malachite. Even if I could get little squares of it, little square tiles that I could put into a backdrop behind a stove or something. I don't know. But malachite is my favorite. That green is spectacular. How do I want this to go? But malachite's not really crystal, so I didn't answer your question, Sylvia. Malachite is actually a mineral. It's dissolvable in water, so be mindful with it. It's formed in like watery type things. But I would say that the crystal that I've had in my possession, my favorite one that I have right now that I work with, like crystal, is that the smoky citrine Lemurian one. Smoky citrine. I'm gonna have to stand up for a second, get off my butt. But my Lemurian smoky citrine. That one, I don't know, like these awarenesses about things and energy and understanding frequencies. I I really think that crystal is playing a big part in helping me understand the knowledge because it is tied to the Akashic records. And the Akashic records is all things universe. Oh, hey Tracy, you made it. Yeah, we've had some really good, really interesting conversations today. We got a guy that's still tuned in from South Africa. There's a guy from Morocco that jumped on. We got some people from Canada and Texas, and I think you're near California, if I'm mistaken. And anyway, it's, the power of this YouTube is really, really cool. I had no idea, and yeah, I don't know. So my goal with these lives is just to interact with my followers and kind of share my knowledge as it comes. And Tracy, when you're channeling with these wires, it puts you in like a hypnotic state. I mean, your work's coming out really, really good. Those chain link ones you did, so clever. Like they're so beautiful. Yeah, it's so anyway, I just when I get in these trances with the copper, that's when information starts flowing through and I was like, rather than trying to process it, I'm just going to share it as it comes. And whoever's on listening, it's going to resonate with them some way, somehow. You know, like it's all like that's how I kind of perceive it in a way. Okay, I forgot I was using square wire with this one. Tracy, I'll show you in just a second where I'm at with this, because what I'm going to work on next is going to be the bail. I'm going to cinch all this together somehow. So this is kind of where we're at. Got to tie up loose ends. Working with green aventurine. But I'm just kind of feeling a lot of love today. The energy that I was tapped into was just focus on me, be my inner child, like everything's gonna be okay, trust in the divine. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I need to pause for a second. My hands are cramping. I've been using Zelda, my orb, a lot. And I say she because the energy is very divine feminine. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Yeah, this is spectacular. This looks like a planet. Wink, wink. Wonder where NASA gets their photos from. Not insinuating anything. Has some interesting qualities though, very similar. Anyway, so this one, I did a little video about it earlier today on my coffee and Roxx. But I've been noticing that it's been helping me with like my physical pains too, more than my carnelian has been and my tiger iron. Yeah, this one's crazy. So yeah, see my hands are done. But this gets really warm, so I want to meditate more on this the heat absorption. I had a private session with someone that used this, and 15 minutes after they were done holding it, it was super warm. But he'd said that it got like fire hot, and I was like, that's very interesting. So I haven't. I want to figure this out for myself. That was way cool. I did not expect that. That's new. So interesting. So Zelda, super pretty. This is the one I asked for to the universe. I need a healing one, a healing orb, and that's what came to me with my honey calcite. It's in my bedroom. I'm sleeping with them. So what I learned with these stone beings and these crystals, synchronizing with the frequencies to really connect with you, you want to keep them near you while you're sleeping, because your spirit, when you're sleeping, is still alive and doing what it does. And when we're asleep, it allows the spirit to be free in a sense. And so, if we have them near us, then we're amplifying those frequencies in that level. So it's quite interesting. But yeah, it's oh, crystals are so amazing. They're so beautiful. Like, the screen of entering is making me feel so much love and happiness. It's tied to the heart chakra, and working with this, working with the wires, working with the flow of it. Like I'm feeling just love and peace and kindness. But anyway, let's get to making this bail, and then we'll get done here. Yeah, because I need to tighten this down. I'm probably gonna link these together in the back later. Hold them close. But I've got 4 wires here I need to make into a bail. Life happens for us, not to us. Yeah, you're right, Sylvia. I see that now. What I'm puffing on here is a Pure. So it's a Pure brand. It's an aroma diffuser. This is Moline, detoxing my lungs, trying to kick the nicotine vaping that I've been doing. So I'm just trying to kick it, get better health. And so Moline, I hear, is a great detoxer for your lungs. So I figured, let's give it a shot. Ease myself of it. This does not hit the same. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't realize how addicting that stuff is until I said, "Okay, time has come. I'm done." And yeah, just how it is. So I got a Moline diffuser. I waited almost probably closer to 8 weeks for this. There was an issue with delivery. I didn't receive it. Had to mail it out. But yeah, I think that's how we're gonna do this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to take these ones, we're going to twist them to give it a braided look. And then this one, I'm going to wrap with a half round wire. To give it a different textured look. Here's my half round. So I made a mistake when ordering this, but this is treated, so it's like tarnish resistant, which means it doesn't oxidize the same as my raw copper I've been working with. But I kind of use that to the creation of what I'm doing with my art. I'm like, okay, well, I just bought a whole bunch of this, and anyway, and I can't return to the company I bought it from because they don't exist anymore. So, which they had the best pricing. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So when you're working with your half round wire, one side is flat and one side is kind of like convex. And when you're pulling 2 wires together or a chunk of wires together with this, I like to kind of start in the middle so I can get a nice and tight coil, and then I'll slide it down the base to where I want it, and then crimp it with my my plastic pliers here. So I start in the middle, so it's easier on my hands. So I'll kind of I'm going to feed off of this spool here. I'm going to do just 3 loops. Again, I just kind of follow a pattern of 3, 6, and 9. Yeah, we're going to go 3 here. But now I got this tail that's hanging off, so I'm going to loop this down to use up this so I'm not wasting and cutting off and not utilizing effectively. So we'll secure this one down here. almost done. Okay, so that's the downside. Where's my pliers? Okay. Take that. Fold this around. Ta-da! So perfect, look at that. Didn't even have to snip it, and it finished up perfectly. So, now that I've got this down, again, I'm not going to crimp it down until I got it positioned where I want. And when I'm working with copper, because I don't want to break it, I kind of just leave it loose, not really tightly wrapped. So I'm working increments here. It's a little too tight, which is fine. I'm just cinching it down very gently so I don't crunch my wires. Okay, perfect, like so. And then we're gonna coil up what I need to make my bail. That's gonna loop around the top here. I try to keep on these medallions the bails pretty close. Just how I do it. Keep it from getting damaged or bent or warped. But yeah. So now we get to fold this together. How many pieces do I make in a day? Depends on the intricacy. So something like this, it'll just be the one, because usually my hands are done. But I also utilize the that other time in my day to kind of do my social stuff, to kind of help promote and talk into my business. But if I do really simple cab ones, I can do 2, 3, maybe 4 in a day. You know, the ones that only take me an hour or two to do. And it's when I get into the weaving that time really gets floods away from my world. It's pretty crazy. It just comes still. But these ones where I'm doing a variety of textures, a variety of weaves, a different variety of styles, I'm just kind of embodying different things. It requires a lot of this too. And I have noticed being on these lives though, my production is not as swift as it is because it takes a minute to communicate, connect with everybody, answer questions, interact, which I enjoy doing it. I'm not saying that I don't want to. I'm just saying that the days that I will be doing this, I'm not in it for production. But I'm not sure if I'm able to do long live streams because I am going to be working on my little sister's stuff. That my mom gave me a whole bunch of star garnets. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. But the star garnets, the sheen on them has a 6-point star that comes off of them. It's super amazing. But yeah, when I create some of these elaborate ones, it's depending on when I start also, because I've been kind of just writing out the rest of this year processing. I'm not really had energy to drive like full force my business, but I imagine the simple ones because I'm going to be doing a lot more simple stuff. Earrings also. I'm going to get more into that too. because I got so many beads I need to get through and cycle through product. I'm kind of getting an inventory of stuff. People have donated stuff to me, and I thank you so much for it. But now I need to put it to use. So my creations come January is just gonna get little charm stuff for get ready for Valentine's Day. So little simple charms, love stuff, because that's the year of the fire horse. So I need to get ready for my business to explode. So this month for January, as I'm in my sovereignty, is just going to be focusing on simple, petite, feminine stuff, a lot of beaded stuff, earrings. I've been practicing with my daughter doing beaded bracelets, so like the stretch bracelets that I can throw up on my store for, I don't know, $5-10 a piece, whatever the stones we're using. Just to kind of help, with anything. But there's another lady out here that she wants to learn what I'm doing, and that she very well could be a potential partner for me as I'm building this business, because it's going to get to a point where I'm going to need help. um, but on the simple type stuff, this person that's came to me, she just wants to do the beading and the simple stuff, and I'm like, cool. Let's like, I'm more than happy to facilitate it all if you want to come over and just kind of let you string beads and come over for an hour and have some therapy. I don't know, have a beer or something. I don't know, but yeah. So that's where we're at. Yeah, we need to get those teleportation devices because y'all can come over. Like, yeah, if you're about the love and the joy and happiness, like hell yeah, let's get a teleportation device. I'll set up a port right outside my apartment building. Shoot me a text and say, "Hey, I'm here." I'm like, "Cool, I'll let you in." I imagine when an ET contact happens for me in my life, I imagine they're just gonna appear at my door, and they're just gonna stand there. I imagine that's what's gonna happen, and I'll like open the door and be like, "Oh, well, hey." Like, what the heck? Okay, well, this is a surprise. Like, yeah, I need to find the portal to me. But that's why I just decided to. My higher self kept telling me just start doing these lives, because like I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. I wake up from these dreams and I'm like, cool, let's give it a try and let's see. Let's see how it works out. Just trusting in the divine, going with the flow and letting it go, brother Jimmy. Let it go with the flow. Or is it the other way around? Go with the flow, let it go? I don't remember. You get the gist of it. But energetically, like there's lots of friction that's happening, and I'm applying, I'm squeezing, I'm pushing energy through my hand. So this is my divine masculine, and this is my force, my push, which it just feels natural for me to weave with this hand. I don't know why. I can do it with my other hand just fine. Like when this one hurts or something, I can do it just fine with this one. It just doesn't feel the same energetically. It's pretty weird. But yeah, I don't know. I think that'll be good enough. Got enough of a tail here. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Pull this nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. Oh wait. I forgot. Crimp it down. Okay. So I just take it, get my wires positioned where I want it because they're side by side, and just follow that pattern. Just work my way up. Squeeze it, squeeze it. Boom. And that kind of locks it in place. And I like using the half round for this kind of texture because it lays flat against the wire that I'm working with. Whether it's the square, circle, triangle shape I've seen also, which is an interesting one. But yeah, so that's what we got. And because this is going to be the downside here, because it's going to come up and around, I want to make sure that my wire here lays on this side. Okay, so it's going to lay forward. Okay, because again, I don't want these wire barbs to catch anyone's clothing or get scratchy or anything like that, so I keep that in mind. And then I'll crimp that end down. So now the end that I cut will be on the inside of the pendant, so it doesn't catch on your clothing or anything. So keep that in mind. Now I need my cool little tool here. It's my twister. This is square wire that I'm working with. I bought so much of this, not realizing how little of it I use. So I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna start making pendants with just that because I want to cycle through inventory. I don't need an ounce of this stuff. I maybe a quarter ounce. Because the square I like for the braided. So yeah, we're just gonna take this and make my twisted braided look. Way down. Pull it all together. And I'm kind of pulling outwards too, so I'm pulling away from what I'm doing. I feel like it helps even out the twists, because you'll notice in parts where the twists get really tight and then they get really loose. And so I found that pulling out while I'm doing this twisting part, it helps even out those twists. And then when I do my segments, they tend to match up a little better. Look more uniform. Okay, let's make sure these are the same length. Yep. So if you can see here, I got my twist going up to where I did my half round around the middle. And I like the twist design with the square because it, just the way it catches the light, it's really cool. It makes it look, kind of gives it a diamond plate feel, if you know what diamond plate looks like. So I'm going to use these ones. These are my roller bends. And I'm going to pick one that's about the size of my stone, so that's going to be this one right here. So this one is going to be the one that I'm going to use to curl my bail around to kind of keep it. Oh yeah, I need it way more down. Okay, like that. Oh yeah, that needs to go way down. Way more down. Okay. Alrighty. So I want to keep my bail on these ones. I keep them pretty shallow. You'll see the texture and design there. On the back side, I'm probably going to link these together so that it cinches it tight on the front side, which is our presentation here. As you can see how those twists kind of add texture to it. So that's kind of what I'm working on here. Just working with this. So now I need to attach this part here. I was gonna do beads, but then I was just like, I just want to do a weave one. I'm channeling positive good vibes, so it's just going to be just that. This energy is channeling positive good vibes. And whoever acquires this piece, they're going to love this one. This one brings out so much happiness. It's amazing. I think that these don't work for you, and it's witchcraft and sorcery. They lack understanding. Okay. Okay, need this one. So I'm going to pull it too tight because I don't want those to go down. Okay, probably just going to do this. So I'm trying to cinch these barbs down, and the braided edges I have here are trying to tuck. So I'm just going to take some of this flat here. I'm going to cinch it down real quick so that it stays put while I get this cinched down, because I don't want it to adjust itself and set itself in a way that doesn't work for me, because that would suck. Cool. So as you can see here, I just added a loop to that just to hold everything together while I do it. So the idea is that, because I put these with a leather suede necklace, that the weight of all this will just kind of balance and hang itself just the way it is. I do make it so easy looking, don't I? And Tracy she's made her comment on that too. Once she started doing it, once you understand how it works, it's just like it just falls into place. But it's learning how to work with your hands is kind of what I have learned from this, learning this craft. Okay, so how do I want to attach this? I think, yeah, because I need to tuck all these in together so it forms like this. You can kind of see that. But, oh, I need to get ahead of myself. Yeah, I should probably do these ones first on the front. So these here, they're going to get curled, and they're going to be held close to the inside, because on the inside of the shape of this, can you see that ring? Right inside here, it's recessed. So I want my loop to stay within the dimensions of this torus, so it doesn't catch on your clothing or anything that brushes past it. So I keep that into account when I'm working with this. I gotta read. Yeah, Angela, do make it look easy. Tracy, you think kneading? Oh, that's interesting. You got to get a feel for it. Yeah, because that was my problem in baking, was I overworked all my doughs, so all my breads turned out like baguette. But once it, like, pizza dough is really how I learned how there's a finesse to working your dough. Pizza dough is the secret for me to figure that out. Sylvia, how inspired am I to do a piece? It's all energetic. It really is all feeling. You know what? Maybe I'll just show you guys my toolbox one day in a video. But I have this fishing tackle box, and it's got just stones everywhere in them. And all I do is I just go around and I feel, and I just kind of like tickle and I touch, and then it's like I rummage, and then I just pick one up, and I'm like, okay, what do I got? And that's what I kind of started. It's based on feel, what feels warm, what connects with me, what feels like a little static electricity. And then I think about it, and I'm like, okay, so here's the stone I picked. Today it was, green aventurine is what came out. And I'm like, okay, so what? So I look at the frequency that this is meant to help with somebody. And so immediately I ground myself, I connect with Gaia, I thank her for this beautiful rock, and then I connect to my oversoul and I'm like, hey, help me create a connection to whoever's going to receive this. Because I trust in the divine to provide what I need when I need it. I trust in the divine to make this available to somebody that needs it with their body and their spiritual ascension and their growth. So I trust in the divine that all of this comes to play in a cosmic plan. And so when I channel, I feel a frequency, and then I focus in on that, and it's like laser focus. It's like it's just that thread that stays attached while I'm creating this, and then I allow this crystal to flood those feelings through me, so that I'm understanding what I'm wrapping when I create. So it's all a channeled experience. It's all energy, and it's quite fascinating and wild. That's the only way that I can explain it, because when I meditate on these, I'm seeing mandalas all the time. I'm learning it's a kind of language, like this lotus flower that you see on my TV. It's all mandala. It's beautiful, but it's flowing and moving and it's energetic. But I gotta crack this habit. So I got this Moline. That's what I'm using here. It actually has kind of a nice aroma to it. Little herbal diffuser. It's like you're putting essential oils in a humidifier. It's kind of like that. Let's see, how do you think the stones you work with? Yeah, it really is. It really is, because I handpick all of these. The lady I bought this from, I didn't pay very much for this. But this donut, when I've seen it priced elsewhere today, was like quadruple what I paid for this. And I'm like, okay. So it's like making that connection with this lady that's just trying to close up shop and be done with it and retire. I've been getting a lot of my pieces from lately because they're available and no one really knows about her. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to buy everything I can while the picking's good, you know? But I prefer to handpick everything, and I have to get myself in a very cleared, energetic place to go rock shopping, because I have to remember that I'm buying for someone else, not for me. Even though I want to buy for myself all the time. Because why not? We owe it to ourselves to gift ourselves and enjoy the pleasures of this life, and for me, it's crystals. I like buying new specimens and getting new rocks and exploring and experimenting and doing all the things. So what I'm doing here is I'm trimming off the excess that I'm not going to use for my little right here. So I trim those off to about the same length, and then we're going to twist them in. The pliers that I'm using for this are my needle nose. They're kind of flat, and they're very narrow, and they're kind of flimsy when I grab them. So because I'm working with square wire, I like using these ones because I don't want to damage the wire and show blemishes. So I'm just kind of taking it, and then I'm working my wire around. Oh, it's moving on me. Yep, just fold it in. Just like that. Like so. Okay, I need to trim that one back a smidge. Okay. That one get trimmed back a smidge too, which allows me to curl it a little tighter. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the way those curled. Okay, we're gonna have to use my round ones. So I'm gonna use my needle nose here. These are the round ones. We're gonna give this one a try. I just don't like using them on square because they tend to damage it. I have to you can't squeeze it. It's kind of like you set it and then you roll it. But getting this edge to curl in, yeah, so that one curls a little better. But I just don't want to damage. Yeah, see, I pinched the damaged square there. But that's okay. I got it to roll a little bit. I trim off that same amount. And then I'm going to use my flat one to... So I pinched off what I damaged. I use my flat one to finish pulling this all together. Like so. Okay. Pull this together. Like so. Okay. Perfect. So the one's kind of a little crooked. I might redo it a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of how that's going to go to cinch down. And then I'm going to take my loose ends here and tie all this together so that it's stays solid and put and doesn't shift and move and shift up. What's up, Moonwalker? Moonwalker is here. Guess who's back? Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Eminem, old school. This is my inner child from high school coming out. We had a 16-year-old on here a little bit ago. I was like, oh, I remember my 16-year-old age. Try not to refer to myself by age. Rather, it's incarnations, experience in this life, stuff like that. So my 16th year of experience here, that's kind of like what I'm getting at here. Rather than saying I'm this many old, because I'm not that. I feel like I'm younger than I've ever been, so that would be inaccurate to say I'm old. Come on in. Let's fish that one in. Oh, I did it. Yes, it worked. Perfect. Okay. So pinch all those together. And we're going to take this, cinch it snug and tight, just like this. Yes. Okay. Oh, I love it. Amazing. Okay. I'm going to set that there. So I fished it around. I'm going to lock it in. So that holds all this together. And then when I'm done with this, I'll use my little plastic mallet to kind of push it all back down and cinch it together. But that's beautiful. Cool. Alrighty. So let's snip off this little bit here. And then we're going to rotate. Just like so. Pull this one in. And I like to keep my thumbnails a little long because this allows me to push. So your thumbnail has got a Mohs hard scale of about 2.5 to 3, depending on the health of your nails, which is much softer than the steel you're working with your tools. So when you're working with like a very malleable metal like copper, I love using my fingernails for this because it's the hardness. It's softer than the metal itself, so my fingernails aren't going to damage this metal. Sweet. Okay, so now we're going to get this one to curl in. Use my little screwdriver here. I'm just prying up on this one that's kind of tight here because I need to get a wire to go underneath to pull everything together. So we're going to set this down, fish that in. Okay, come on. Jiggle yourself in there. Just tap it in. Come on. Come on up. Come on in. Okay, this one's not working out as good as the other side did. I'm getting it to work. Perfect. Just get a bite on that. Oh yeah. Got it. Okay. Alrighty. So we pull these together. Like so. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I've done that 2-job thing a long time. I feel you. Working hard, barely getting enough to get by. That's why I want to build this world that I want, and that doesn't involve having to kill yourself for somebody that doesn't really generally care about your well-being. They just want you to be a number on their system, their game. Yeah. Yeah, tucking in. And so, Tracy, the tucking in, get yourself a pair of these needle nose, like flat pliers. This one really helps with the tucking in part, and it gets you a nice, really good bite. But the nose on these are super narrow, which helps you get in between the 2 wires. Oh, I love birds chirping. That puts me to sleep. I used to sit every spring, every morning as a kid, just outside listening to the birds. And it'd put me right into a trance, and I'd fall asleep and go off into my dream world. I had a lot of spiritual experiences as a kid, and I was always told it was fantasy, but mine were pretty freaking real. I know what I saw. You've seen the Way of the Water, or whatever, the new Avatar movie, Way of the Water. Oh yeah, lift up the wires is really helpful too. Yeah, so I like to pull it like tight first, and then I'll get my flush snips. So these are like straight, if you look at them, flush snips to get really close, and then I'll use those little pliers to finish folding it over so it lays flat on your base wire that you're wrapping with. Which helps. And even when you're using bigger gauge metals like what I'm working here, you can still use it in the same method. You can use those ones to curl it around and then squeeze and roll it in underneath, which is what I've been doing here. So just taking this. Yep. Gotta use my round ones now. Okay, then I got 2 more wires. I think I'm just going to do another one of those curls on these ones here. Just call it good. So we're going to snip these 2 off here. Same length. Okay, I'm going to turn one way, turn one the other way. Hey, and Tracy, these flat ones that I'm working with, they really do help get a good bite on what you're trying to work with. So when you're doing like the small, tiny, little intricate stuff here, like what I'm doing here, and you just gently squeeze. I just gently squeeze. Don't ever press too firmly because you want to manipulate the wire. You don't want to force it because when you force it, it's going to jump on you and it's going to, you know, not work as the way you had hoped. Okay. So here's the back. That's how I secured those down. I'm going to lock into place like so. And then like I said, because they are inside this goes inward, which means that these are going to be tucked away by the carving of the stone itself. You can see that ring in the middle here. So I'm tucking these away on the inside so it doesn't, like as you're wearing it, doesn't rub against your clothing. Well, we're just about done, brother. You almost made it. Tuck those in and tuck those in because I don't want them to hit here. Alrighty, and I need to trim off some more half round because I don't like the way this is secured. So I'm just going to do a half round here. And just kind of work it. Baby got back. Do, 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 do. Okay. So Tracy, I do want to point something out here. When you're working with half round wire, okay, see that? So when you're working with wire, you're manipulating the metal, yes? So what I do here, and I kind of show that, is I'm going to lay it down where I want it to lay, and then I'm going to fish it through. So this bend right here has a memory set to lay right where I want it to lay. So I lay it over first. So when I'm weaving, just keep that motion of I'm going to lay it over and then thread it through. Lay it over and then thread it through. So we've got this one, and I'll do what I can to show you here. But now that it's laid over, now we're going to take this and we're going to thread it through like so to kind of get it to face me a little bit. So you can see here how it's kind of threaded through. Then we're going to take this and just gently pull it in. And so the reason why we lay that is because now when I cinch this down, it's going to lay flush, and then I'm not, over pulling on something, because copper you can actually pull. And I jiggle side to side when I'm cinching it down. So now you can see the link on here, how that's all held together. So it keeps it nice and tight like a taiga. And then this thumb one, this little end one that I'm going to snip off, I'm going to finish with a gentle tug on it as well. Okay. And you'll see how lays flush on there. I don't know if it'll zoom. There we go. Okay. And so what I do with the ends on these now, because I've got 3 loops, I do 3 because the middle one is really what's holding it together. The other 2 are just to kind of help you tuck it in and help it stay formed and not come apart. So now I'm going to take my pliers here. I'm going to pull it nice and taut. And then I'm going to take my straight snips and cut into where I had behind it. So I'm going to try to snip down and then behind it like so. And then we'll snip it. Comes right off. And then I'll use my flat pliers here. And each snip that I do, I make sure I come right back to it and cinch it down the way that I need to, so I don't forget about a burr or something. So I make sure that when I snip one flush, I'm fixing it right when I'm working on it. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm going to lift it up just a smidge. You can see that wire there. So I get underneath it. Yeah, super helpful. And I learned this out as I was working with it myself. Now, I'm self-taught. No one showed me anything. I didn't read a book. No one gave me a walkthrough. And so I'm kind of self-taught. So all of this I've learned through experience. But in your journey, Tracy, that's why I'm sharing this knowledge. Like, I'm not here to, no, you can't excel because it's going to take away from my business. No, it's not about that. It's, if you enjoy doing it, I'm going to teach you how to do it. I know what I create, and that's all I need to know. My stuff is unique because it's mine, and I recognize all of my creations. So when I see people around the area wearing a piece of mine, I immediately know who it is, and I know the frequency of what they're working with. It's just, there's a signature. It's just amazing. The people I work with. I remember working with my very first Moldavite piece. The guy was a tattoo artist, burly guy like me. I kind of like identified with him a bit because of his energy. I'm like, dude, you're speaking my language, bull to bull. And but he's like, dude, I've had this Moldavite. I love it. It's helped me so much. And I'm like, that's amazing. And he hired me to make it for him, just to put on a big chain. So I just did his little Moldavite piece and made a necklace. Yeah, I'm glad that helped you though, Tracy. I'm here to share the knowledge. Yeah, and honestly, your style has given me inspiration for my own styles, just so you know. So we kind of like use each other to kind of help inspire one another. I just wanted to give you credit to that. Your divine feminine style, because mine's more masculine, and you can tell there's force to it in a sense because of my hands. But your feminine designs have really inspired me to open my avenues to that as well. Now I'm learning to fuse the two together because I got to make it my own, But I love learning from other people. There's a chain link bracelet idea. This one was my own that came to me in a dream, by the way. But there's a new one that I'm working on that does a bracelet set chain link, but it's with cabochons versus beads, and I really like the way it looks. So for my sister, for her birthday, those star garnet that I got her, I'm going to practice that chain linking with my sterling silver and make her one, because I'm really curious about how it all comes together. Because if it's as simple as they're making it look to be, I can make some really amazing bracelets with that chain linking idea. Again, I'm wanting to get into like steampunk style, so my chain linking is going to be more with brass. That's what I'm thinking of. But the sterling silver, also great. Okay, oh, I need to trim that one closer. That one needs to get trimmed a lot closer. If you're snipping towards your face, by the way, keep your eyes closed because you don't want one of these little fibers getting in your eyes. I have not had that happen yet, but I've had it happen in my mechanicking job, where I was grinding something down, and I had a piece of grinding filament hit my eye, and it was like hot. It was pretty bad. So ever since then, if I have anything that could potentially get in my eyes, especially when you're snipping little fine wires, close your eyes before you snip. That way, if it hits you in the face, it doesn't go like in your eye. Keep that in mind. Okay, this is done. I'm going to take this little tether off that I had to hold the top together. Remember how I said I needed it to lay in a certain way so it doesn't lose its adjustment? So now we're going, if I can get it. I don't know where my yellow angled needle nose are. These ones are thicker, so they're a little heavier duty, hold tighter. But I have these really fine jewelry ones that I prefer using because it's very gentle on these. Okay, well, you guys sat with me for 2 hours to make this. That's amazing. That's kind of what I want to do with these lives, is just a 2-hour chat. But this is what we created today. Just divine, channeled, whatever. I was just feeling joyous and happy. So this is what I created. I will be oxidizing it, so because this is raw copper, and it's going to get a dark brown finish on it. But the way that this one shines together is going... I can't wait to see how it all comes together, because I feel like the patina really adds a lot of character. And then here's the back side, so you can kind of see how that came together. So I'm kind of protecting those little curls here. I'm protecting those little curls here right next to these 3 bands that's holding all this close together so it doesn't come apart. Actually, I do need my anvil, because we're going to finish it. I'm going to show you how I pull this really tight and form so it forms to your stone with these medallions. Give me a second. Oh, where is my anvil? Alrighty, and then the final touch that I'm going to do with this is I got a little bit more of this cool brown color suede, leather suede, or suede leather, however you say it. That'll be my default with a lot of these vintage antique ones. It's going to be just a leather lace, just because it's just super comfortable for every day. I don't know if y'all saw this, but I made this one yesterday. Got some really cool pictures with it. The sheen in this, though, look at that. Look how pretty this is. The way it just flashes at you. And I got it to where it'll get you a flash pretty much in any direction out in the sunlight. Oh, so cool. I love labradorite. So this is the one we made yesterday in my live. But that's what I mean, is the leather lace. These work really well for generic necklaces for an artisan crafter. So we're going to make one of those here. But I've got my anvil here. Again, it's just a flat machined plate of steel. And what I'm going to do here is just, I put a towel over, or something soft, fabric, over the top of my anvil, because I don't want to damage this. It's very intricate. And then my hammer, I'm going to use the black side. So this is like a hollow rubber. And so kind of like as you hit it, bounce off, it like wraps around it rather than it juggling. So I just kind of take it and we're going to stitch it down. And remember how I was telling you with the shape of the stone, the way it was carved, how it kind of goes inward in the middle? I'm really pushing all that wire into that cavity. So it holds it securely and doesn't shift and adjust on you. And then it pulls it tight against inside the carving to prevent it from catching on your clothes. I'm not saying it won't, I'm just saying that this helps prevent that. Okay, so we got that one side there. Now we're going to do this side. Okay. Lay that one flat. And I'm just gently tapping it. I mean, I don't. Dang dog hair. Really, Fox? Everyone's going to get a piece of you before they know it. Hair is energy, and I find my dog's hair in everything. Okay, so this one's all done. That's my medallion. We'll make a necklace, and then I'm going to close my live stream because I want to get ready to enjoy my new year. I believe in plant medicine, and I was gifted some psilocybin, so I'm going to enjoy my new year, expanding my mind and my consciousness. I'm excited to see it. Now that I'm in a really good point in my life. Oh, that's so clever. Can you see me? Oh, that's funny. But this turned out really good. I can't wait to oxidize it. But we're going to make a necklace, and I'm going to end this live stream. I am going to cook some dinner. That's the thing. I'm probably going to do I don't know. I don't know what's on the menu. I made some taco stuff, filling stuff last couple days ago. Maybe I'll do I don't know, nachos today? I don't know. Just because, get festive. I might go and grab a beer. I don't know. I don't really crave alcohol anymore, which is great because I know that I need to cut back a lot. Not a lot, not like I was a drunk or anything. I like the taste of it. Like people like their soda, so it was I liked having one with my dinner, and that's what I mean by cutting back. I don't need it every time. I want to limit it to nah, I'm craving it. Let's go get it. But we're gonna make our clasp for our leathers, like I told you yesterday. So this one's gonna go brown. So we're gonna use 2 of those. So in closing, if you guys want to leave any comments or remarks or have any more questions for me, or you just like listening to my cheery self, feel free to leave your comments because this will be coming to a close very soon. 1, 2, my daughter. Okay, so she's probably going to be heading home soon. She might do a sleepover with her friends tonight. I told her you need to behave tonight, and then you can. Yeah, you're so welcome, Sylvia. So we are now making my lobster tail clasp necklace. It's my just standard generic whatevers. Where are my pliers? This one's, yeah. So I'm going to attach this one. So I take these clasps and I add my leather to it. Kind of get a preset so that when I press my leather in, it stays put, and then allows me to get a good crimp on there, so I can get it positioned just right. And I like doing it this way because it helps eliminate any unnecessary waste. Because once you cut your leather, you kind of got to use what you got, right? And so I just like to minimize all of that, utilize my stuff effectively. Yeah, thank you, Sylvia. Thank you for joining me for the last little while. Tracy, I'm glad you made it here. I'm sorry I don't give big announcements. These are all experimental for me. I'm just trying to get a feel when people like tuning in to get my biggest audience and days. Because I will get to a point where I can't do them all the time. But I do like doing them. I do like just open chatting with people. And it's interesting what people bring to the table. So, I don't have my ruler, so we're just going to approximate here. So I'm going to take this down to about here, fold it in half, call it good. Again, I don't measure anything, but I measured that one yesterday, so I know it's at 20 inches. So this will be, give or take, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. I don't know. Take that. We're almost done. This is the exciting part. I get so much anxiety finishing a necklace after I've wrapped it that I forget to do the necklace. Talk about ADHD. Yeah, I struggle with it, just like those other people that do. But I don't use it as a crutch to dismiss my behaviors or my lack thereof. I work through it. I heal from it. It's like, oh, that's what I do. Great, something else to work on because we're refining who I am and becoming the person I want to be. And so we only make happy accidents. Okay, 2 more jump rings and we will be donezo. Tracy, I love hanging out with you, by the way. It's so much fun. I like that you'd like my coffees. And maybe my coffee chats will be live. I don't know. I don't know. I just you can tell I need friends, right? My only like real like-minded friend that I ever like openly talk to all the time is in Utah. So I don't just get to show up to his house and be like, hey bro, what up? Let's hang out. Let's go hiking. Let's go do something. And all the people out here, they say they want to hang out, but they're involved in their lives and their worlds, and it doesn't quite sync with mine, and that's okay. I just want people to sync with my world. And that's why I like doing these lives. I kind of realize the power of it. It allows me to connect with my people. And Step Into Your Power really opened my eyes to that. And I really am grateful to Tommy Truthful giving me the inspiration. Just him saying, a content creator himself, saying, dude, you should be a content creator. You do great stuff. Just that little word of encouragement. I mean, he didn't even tell me nothing, but he did. And coming from what he's created, because I really like his page, like he's like a brother to me. His kindness really is like got me thinking, like, yeah, you are right. I mean, I already do this. I didn't even. Never in my life. And maybe it's because I just had judgment and bias against YouTube. Like when I was with my ex, I saw what her kids were entertained by on YouTube, and I just perceived YouTube as being just a brainwashing app. And but now that I've been actually using it myself and plugging into things that are helpful and healing and beneficial, now I'm just like, oh, that's the power of YouTube. So I had to find out for myself. And my ex, she would watch 12 hours of YouTube daily, filling her head with a lot of fear stuff, and trashy stuff, like the reality TV stuff, the Jersey Girl stuff, or Jersey Shore, and I don't know, the Big Brother type stuff, or I don't know, those reality dating shows. I don't even know. Singing ones, she watched all of those. She definitely liked the singing ones, the performing ones, yeah, she just liked all the singing stuff. They're just all day, nonstop absorption of media. It's not healthy for you. You need to get out, connect with the world. You need to be here right now, not worried about what's going on outside of your world. Like, you need to also find balance with that. Technology is great, but not when we let it consume us. Okay, we did it. Maybe I need to lube that up. It's a little sticky. File it down a little bit, it seems. Okay, we'll work on that class, actually. There we go. Here we go. Thanks, guys, for staying tuned to my live. We have now created an awesome medallion necklace with green aventurine that's tied to all this love and kindness. So I appreciate you guys getting on my live. We've been at it for 2.5 hours. But yeah, something that involves a lot of weaving like this, like someone had asked before, it does take a lot of time to do this. But you can see the intricacy of what I'm working with. Very fine weave stuff. Like we're just going to town. We're just making things beautiful. My pattern got backwards here. That's okay. Only am I going to see that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close. Thank you. Big shout out to all of you. If you're still on, Mr. or Mrs., they, them, person from South Africa, thank you so much for your support and your love. I did get a couple new subscribers, which is cool. But yeah, thank you all for the support. So loves and blessings, and I hope you have a wonderful new year. Please enjoy your new year, everybody, and do something for yourself. Do something that's great. This was my inner child. I was just like, I'm just going to have fun today. So I made this. It kind of duplicates another one that I made before, but I didn't didn't do it on there. So I love you guys. Those that are from Step Into Your Power, I'll see you all over there too. And stay tuned for the next one. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye. How do I end this? Oh, yeah, the X. Okay.